everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaime Leigh and I'm a mixed media artist. Here on my channel I do time-lapse painting videos, I demonstrate the use of a light box, and I have a series of weird art videos where I talk about the weird side of art, including paranormal art, art and true crime, and strange tales from art history. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Today's video is going to be a time-lapse painting video. The idea for this video came from my art instructor. He wanted me to start a painting by using finger painting to help me be a little bit more free and not such a perfectionist, which I do tend to have just a tiny issue with. So he gave me this assignment and I figured I would film it and make a video out of it. So for this video I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to time-lapse the painting part of it, and then at the end I'll come back and I'll show you where the painting is at now after I brought it to my instructor and showed him the assignment, and we changed just a couple little things. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy the time-lapse, and I'll see you at the end. Alright guys, I'm back and here is my painting. I'm going to flip the screen around so that we can take a look at it where it's at now after I showed it to my art teacher, and I'll tell you a few of the suggestions he made to me about it, and I'll let you see the quote-unquote finished painting because I'm not actually sure if it's finished or not, and I'll explain that here in a moment. Alright guys, so here she is as it is at the moment. And the reason why I say that I'm not quite sure if it's finished is because when I brought it to my art teacher, we talked about the face itself, and he told me with doing finger painting, I could actually make the face itself, like the skin and everything, look almost photographic if I wanted to. Or I could leave it the way it is, kind of just rough and a little bit more abstract. So what he suggested I do is leave the painting to sit for a little while. Don't really mess with it or look at it. And then come back to it later once I've had a chance to move on to other things, and then I'll be able to look at it with fresh eyes. To be honest, I'm kind of happy with it the way it is. I think it's kind of fun to have it be more loose and painterly with the finger painting. I haven't decided yet. One of the things that we worked on when I went to bring it to my instructor was, you might notice that there's an earring right here, and it's pretty obvious that's an earring, but I removed the earring that was over here, and I'm probably going to go back and kind of make this area a little bit darker. The earring that was on this side was right here, but when we looked at it, it kind of didn't make sense because that would mean that her ear was like way bigger. And so he suggested that I just take that earring out completely. If you're looking at it as a painting, you'll know that that's an earring, and you'll just assume that there's probably an earring back there in the shadows or under the hair on that side, and it won't really make a difference. That's pretty much the only change that we made when I brought it to my instructor. He was pretty happy with it as an assignment, and I was pretty happy with it because it helped me kind of get rid of some of my perfectionism that I tend to have when I'm painting, and let me be a little bit more free. If you wanted to take this idea for yourself, it's you know, pretty good inspiration. You can start with the finger painting, let it be as messy as you want it to be. And then if you want to afterwards try to refine it a little more, that's, you know, totally up to you. One thing that he did help me with, we kind of went over the eyelid area a little bit and smoothed it out, because he said that the crease of an eyelid is generally pretty smooth and that the darkest part is going to be right in here, right in there. And so we just kind of fixed that a little bit from where I had ended the portrait in the video. Here is where she's at right now, and I'm gonna kind of leave her and just let her be for a while, and I'll come back and take a look at her later and see if I want to finish the face at all or leave it the way it is.